Yo, what's up world? It's your boy Philoshko here, and today I'm going to teach you a little bit about life in New York City. Now, what people generally know about New York City is that life here is very fast-paced. You know, people almost never sleep, and the trains and the roads are always crowded because there's so many people here. And with all of that craziness going on, I had to ask my friend Matt from Turkey a few questions about what he thought of New York City. So how do you generally feel about New York since you arrived?
New York is an expensive city, but it is very crowded. You have to travel by subway. You don't need a car.
And what are your favorite nighttime spots to go partying at in New York City?
Of course, Webster Hall and Pacha.
So which neighborhood do you live here in New York City?
As a Turkish, I can say Astoria, Queens is the best place to live in New York.
I can speak about life in New York City, in Manhattan, the general buildings, cars, and the people, and the places to buy clothing. But today I want to do something a little different. I want to talk about a place located in New York City, a part of New York City, but is very different from any other area in New York City. And it's so secret, most New Yorkers don't even know about it. And this place is called Roosevelt Island. Roosevelt Island is located between the east side of Manhattan and the west side of Queens. It's where a lot of people live who make pretty good money. And there's only two ways to get there: by trolley cart or by the F train or a car. Even the buses here greatly differ from the buses in the rest of New York City. Well, there I am at Roosevelt Island. Very unknown place to most people who aren't from here. There's even a lot of New Yorkers who don't know much about Roosevelt Island. They just probably saw it on a map, but they've never bothered to visit. It's a great place to visit. Now, the general feel of being in Roosevelt Island makes you feel as if you're in another state. It's very quiet, it is not crowded, and there aren't any traffic jams. The crime here is so low, it is lower than any other area in all of New York City. Sometimes on the 4th of July, people come here to see the fireworks over the river. There are so many trees here that sometimes I tend to feel as if I'm in a park such as Central Park or Prospect Park. The apartments here are very nice and very expensive. Hopefully one day, if I keep making videos, I'll be able to afford to live in one of these places. Now, as I've mentioned to you, not many people work here, but people do live here. It's so quiet, the buildings are so large, it's hard to believe that it's not crowded, but it isn't. And another great thing about Roosevelt Island is the amazing view of the water and the view of eastern Manhattan. The bridge you see here is known as the Queensboro Bridge, the 59th Street Bridge. And the buildings are all in Manhattan. Now, one thing I have never done, even though I've been to Roosevelt Island many times, is get on the trolley cart that takes you from Manhattan to Roosevelt Island, and the other way around. But I admit, I am a little nervous. Actually, I'm very nervous about being so high up in the sky and going from one borough to another. But because I care about you guys, I decided to get on it and show you the view. Now, all of those buildings you are seeing now are apartment buildings on Roosevelt Island. That is almost the entire west side of the island, and the other side is the east side of Manhattan. That's where you see all the cars and all the people everywhere. Right now, I am very nervous about being so high up above the water, but the sight of Roosevelt Island is so beautiful to my eyes that it relaxes me. Until I saw that kind of scared me, but I was fine after that. Now here we are on the east side of Manhattan. We are about on East 60th Street. Here's where a lot of people work, live, drive, and do everything. This is the New York City that you know. In New York City, we have 5 boroughs in total. We have Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, Manhattan, and Staten Island. And Manhattan is what people know of the most. This is the busiest part of New York, including the state. Manhattan life is hectic. You have to get used to being next to people almost all the time, and not too many people are friendly in Manhattan because of the tons of stress. I was really nervous on that trolley, but hey, I did it all for you guys, so you could get a good view. Well, that's the end of the episode for today. I hope you like it, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned new stuff. Next episode, maybe I'll do Coney Island, then I'll do Harlem, I'll do Central Park. I'll do a whole bunch of different areas, all located within New York City, but especially the most unknown places that are cool in New York City. Thank you for watching. Later.